Why we procrastinate. Let's take a quick look at what makes us procrastinate. There are several usual reasons which are related in a various ways. Number one, we want instant gratification. Resting on the couch is thought of as nicer right now than going on a run. Reading blogs is easier right now than reading a classic novel and give us a much quicker enjoyment. Checking email or Facebook is easier now than doing the project you have been putting off. And getting a new email or post from a friend is instantly rewarding. Eating chocolate cake is tastier right now than eating veggies. Number two, we fear/dread something. We might not write that chapter in our book because there are problems with the writing that we haven't figured out. Often we haven't thought it through. We might be afraid we are going to fail or look ignorant or stupid. We're most often afraid of the unknown, which has more power because we don't examine this fear. It just lurks in the back of our mind. Dreading or fearing something makes us want to put it off, to postpone even thinking about it, and to do something easy and safe instead. See the chapter on fear and procrastination for more. Number three, it's easy, no negative consequences right now. When we were in school and had a teacher looking over our shoulders and scolding us if we didn't do our work, we tend to do that work. Until some of us learned that we could tune out the scolding, but when we got home, sometimes no one would be looking over our shoulders, so there wasn't any immediate negative consequences to watching TV or playing games instead. Sure, we would get a bad grades tomorrow, but that's not right now. The same is true for using the internet or doing other kind of procrastination tasks. We will pay it later, but right now, no one is getting mad at us. Number four, we overestimate our future self. We often have a long list of things we plan to do because we think we can do a lot in the future. The reality is usually a little worse than we expected. But that doesn't stop us from thinking the future will be different yet again. For the same reason, we think it's okay to procrastinate because we are going to do it later for sure. Our future self will be incredibly productive and focused, except our future self is also lazy, just as much as our current self is. Surprise, and doesn't do it either. Damn future self. Number five, we are not motivated. Procrastination can be our way of telling ourselves that we don't really want to do something. Perhaps we're not excited by it. Perhaps we're actually dreading it. Perhaps we haven't fully thought it out why we want to do this in the first place. Motivation and procrastination are inversely related. To beat procrastination, all we often have to do is to motivate ourselves. See the chapter Fine Tune Your Motivation. Number six, inertia. Starting something can be difficult, especially if you know something is good for you but don't have a compelling reason to make the change. It might be that you prefer what you are doing, work versus exercise, for example. Or if you don't want it that badly, or increase motivation. See the chapter Fine Tune Your Motivation.